How important is content creation? This question depends on what you want to achieve. When it comes to building an audience, gaining influence and generating revenue online, then content creation is very important, essential even, but not as the one and only factor. In this video you will learn about the importance of content creation and what else it takes to succeed online. Let's, for starters, paint the right picture once again. Think of the internet less as a web and more as a giant sea of content. On social media we experience the wild surface, so to speak, with fun flotsam and shitstorms. But the constant stream of new posts quickly sink down on your feed, disappear into that sea and will soon be forgotten. That is what will happen to this video. Unless you give it a thumbs up and leave a comment, then maybe it can fight its way up to the surface. Well, of course not as long as here is so little going on, so first subscribe to this channel and share it with fellow creators. Thank you. Now, what do you do to find something on the internet? You use, like everyone else, search engines. For most people, Google is the gateway to the internet and the first page of Google is all they get to see of it. And the vast majority are perfectly happy with that. They find what they are looking for. When it comes to video content, YouTube is the #1 search engine. This brings us to the crucial dilemma. All the millions of websites out there that don't want to be swallowed up by the depth of the internet are fighting for the attention of the search engines. And that usually means Google. Landing on the first page of Google keeps websites visible and relevant to internet users. But what factors does the algorithm use to sort search results? The infamous figure of 200 factors is a persistent legend, but 2 factors have proven themselves time and again over the past few years. They come with catchy slogans. Content is king, context is queen. Well, what does that mean? Google rewards relevant, valuable content. Simple as that. No cheap tricks, no hacks. Plain and simple content that provides the best answers to certain search queries or that best satisfies certain interests. Such content ends up on the page 1 of Google, aka the internet. Doesn't matter whether it's text or video content. Now, how important is content creation? To give a precise answer, in terms of time to invest compared to other content-related tasks, pretty much 70%. That doesn't sound like too much. But if you want to rank high on Google, that is, if you want to be found on the internet, nothing else can replace that percentage, and without it, the other 30% is worth nothing. Because that is what content marketing brings about. Don't even think about that until you have a content creation plan. Content creation includes research and writing, and depending on the medium, also voice recording, filming and editing of material. In research, common search queries play an important role. What are people looking for? What do they want? What do they need? I know for a fact that at least some of you are looking for this question: how important is content creation? In writing and producing, the goal is to meet the needs and answer the questions as well as possible. But that's not enough. The saying content is king has held true for a long time. On the web, this has been a universal truth through and through. But in today's world, it's no longer good enough to simply have content. This is where context takes over a bit. A successful relationship with Queen Context is what transforms the internet from an all-consuming sea into the World Wide Web it ideally is. Context here theoretically means any kind of linking or distribution of content. Which methods and strategies are most effective in practice, that is a question of content marketing. Content marketing includes meaningful linking within one's own website, as well as posting new pieces of content on social networks according to a specific schedule. Content curation, that is the updating of older pieces of content with regard to SEO, also falls into this area. But as mentioned, without content creation there is nothing to be marketed. So if you want to learn how to do content creation, start with step 1, pick a medium. More on that in the previous video. The next one will be about step 2, pick a platform. Thanks for watching and see you next time.